What's up, guys? It's your boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Pickdroppers, back at it again with a Week 16 post-game thoughts video. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over some of the games that happened in Week 16. Just so you guys know, I will not be going over the Steelers game. I will be going over that later in the week. So the first game that I want to quickly talk about is the Cleveland Browns beating the San Diego Chargers. Cleveland played their hearts out, and it really shows how good of a coach Hugh Jackson is. They played their hearts out all year, even though they've had a horrible record. They finally got their first win, beating San Diego 20-17. San Diego was on like their fourth string running back, which is really hard for a player like Phillip Rivers, who is a really good quarterback to play with. And I consider Phillip Rivers, especially after this year, a top 7 quarterback in the NFL right now. Top 6 or 7. I think my top 7 would be like Tom Brady, not in any specific order. Tom Brady, Big Ben, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, and there's probably one more or two more that I'm missing. But yeah. And so definitely a great win by Cleveland. I definitely feel good that they actually got a win. And they're going to be playing Pittsburgh next week, who will be resting their starters. So it's definitely going to be an interesting game to watch. Now, the next game that I want to talk about is the Miami Dolphins upending the Buffalo Bills 34-31 in OT. This granted Miami a playoff spot. It also kicked Baltimore out of the playoffs. And so this was definitely a good win for Miami. Tyrod Taylor just wasn't able to do enough to get his team the victory. Sammy Watkins had a huge game. And Buffalo kind of choked at the end. They let up a 57-yard run in OT right when Miami got the ball back on the first play. And so that was really big. And that was pretty much the reason why they lost that game. And it kicked Buffalo out of the playoffs. So that was definitely a huge loss by them. And there's really nothing you can do about it anymore. Now, the next game that was also really big was the Detroit Lions losing to Dallas last night. Now, this affected the playoff race for Detroit because now they're not in yet. And it means whoever wins the Detroit-Green Bay game will be in the playoffs for sure and be the 3 seed. And then whoever loses it, if Washington wins, then whoever loses it is out and the winner plays Washington. Or if Washington loses, whoever wins that game gets to play the same team again, but they're the home team. So if Detroit next week goes on, they're playing Green Bay, by the way. If they win next week, then they play Green Bay again in Detroit. So it's the same game, just a week later. So that's definitely interesting. So I'm very excited for that next game. And we'll talk about that game next week in the Week 17 preview video. But yeah, that was definitely interesting to me. And then I also want to talk a little bit about the not that game. I just want to talk a little bit about the Denver-Kansas City game. That's one game. And then I also want to talk about the Jacksonville-Tennessee game. Now, I'm going to go with the Jacksonville-Tennessee one quickly to start it. Tennessee is now out of the playoffs. Marcus Mariota was injured, which was really bad for their team. And it was just a bad game for Tennessee overall. Jacksonville really gave it to them and really showed their potential this week. And I really want to see what they're going to be able to do next year because it was a great offensive performance, putting up 38 points. Now, the Denver game, Denver just got exposed. I mean, they just looked horrible. They lost 33-10, and Kansas City really showed that they're a playoff team. I'm really excited to see what they're going to be able to do this year. And Kansas City is just looking like a really good team. They're now in the playoffs. Denver is now not in the playoffs. So I really want to see what's going to happen. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below on what you'd like to see next. It's your boy Pickdroppers, and I'm out. Peace.